Are you a resilient or anti-fragile expat wife? Hi, I am here to bring up this intriguing question to make you, expat wife, think on the topic. So, are you a resilient or anti-fragile person? You will definitely say resilient. After all, it's easy, right? I am or I'm not resilient, because this concept of resilience has been widespread. It has been even widely used in books related to expatriation. After all, if you don't have the ability to be resilient, it will be impossible to go on with your expat life. And resilience, it's about the person capable of managing change and crisis, being able to return to a neutral state, capable of successfully manage crisis. Simple like that. It's almost the definition of an expat wife, right? But I come here to invite you to be more than that. I invite you to be an anti-fragile expat wife. An anti-fragile woman goes further. She's not only resilient, but she develops herself. She does have resilience, but when she comes in contact with the change that the expat life brings in her life, she does not return to her neutrality. In fact, she uses all of these new variables in the expat life to grow, to achieve it more. You can say, "Oh, but it's already so difficult to be able to be myself in the midst of so many changes. For what and how can I still grow myself?" Well, it's not easy at all. And I say this from my own experience, from heart. For a long time, I was resilient. I overcame all challenges with excellence. I was always considered a successful expat wife because everything was going well wherever I was following my husband. But only after many years I realized that I was using all my strength to honor what I was, and thinking about being something else seemed like it required a lot of strength. Strengths that I thought I had already spent all in the process of adaptation. And what I was doing all this time? The same as you are doing today. Accepting what this new country that you are offers to you. You must be resigned about the fact you cannot work in your profession or anything else following the country laws. You must be happy that you have what you want, that you can have a cool social life, even that you have a new hobby, even if you're practicing new sport, or that you have your own business. How many expats do not end up reinventing themselves? In part, these women are anti-fragile. But I want to ask you for you too. This activity that you are developing today is what you dreamed for you, or is what you only could do in the reality of this new country? I've done so many things that were not my dream or my vocation. I've had so many different activities in these 18 years of expat life. But being a psychologist, what is my real passion and vocation, was always in second plan, because it seems more complicated than doing what was appearing in front of me. In Bangkok, for example, I had the psychology clinic, but it was always in the background. I prioritized the other jobs or activities that Bangkok was offering me. I prioritized the volunteer works, the social life, the family care. I never invested to have more clients in the psychology clinic. And I really wanted to have very few clients. It seems that I didn't want to grow, that I was resilient, and that I was thinking that it was okay to stay there in the comfort zone of the easy and known in my neutrality, doing a little bit of everything that looked comfortable and easy. It was only after a professional coach that I did that I realized the difference between being resilient and anti-fragile. I was always fearless, but expatriation took away my strength, taking away my focus. That's it, girls. Expatriations take so much from our energies that we lose focus, and we also lose a lot of our identity. Without certainty of our identity, we cannot have a strong self-esteem or focus on life. And it was from this perception that I created the mentoring for expat women. There were so many women that I met who weren't using their full potential. It bothered me and still bothers me when I see a woman just passing by the expat life. And some of them don't need psychotherapy right now. What they need is something else. Most of them need that hand to pull them up to a place where they can see the possibilities of going beyond of just accepting what the expat life offered to them. It took me a long time to be in a zone of intense personal and professional growth. Not that everything that I've lived and done has not helped me to be the professional that I am today and the woman that I am today. That, by the way, I'm very proud. But it took a long time to really dedicate myself to what I really wanted to do. And that is my vocation, to be a psychologist, 100% and focused psychologist. And because of that, for having gone through this process, I am sure that when you, in the end of the day, or when you stop and think about your life, you wonder if you're really growing. Are you really chasing your dreams? Are you really doing what you dreamed and wished for you? Or you keep using excuses for yourself, justifying yourself with statements like, but I am happy like that, and my children don't care or are not influenced by the mother's example, or they need me. My husband does not want me to work. He wants me to dedicate myself to the family. Or, it's so difficult to do in another language, right? What are your excuses for not going further to achieve it what you dreamed for? In fact, the first question is, do you know yourself well enough to know what you really want in your life? Do you know what kind of personality you have and what kind of life would make you feel happy? Do you know, or are you aware of how and who you want to be in a few years? Especially when your kids are grown up and don't depend on you anymore. Do you know what woman you want to be when you return to your country after the experience to live abroad? All of these questions is only possible to be answered with a lot of self-knowledge. It's only possible if you get out every day a little bit of the comfort zone that you create there in your world, in your expat life. If you stop to get too much involved in social activities, in volunteer work, in the care of the family, stopping spend your time just with shopping and travel, stopping getting busy with things that does not bring you to a place of awareness, the only way to get the best of you is to focus and invest in yourself. If you are interested in being more, in achieving more in your life, but you feel that your strength is not enough to do all by yourself, you can benefit a lot from the mentoring for expat women. If you are interested in achieving a life that brings you personal and professional fulfillment, a life that your children and your husband are going to be proud of you, and more important, a life that you can look in the mirror, look to yourself in the mirror and say, I am what I choose to be. and not what expat life did to me. If you feel like that, contact me. And if you remember a friend who needs that push for a more fulfilled life, please share this video with her. Let's create a chain where one woman strives not only to achieve its best, but also to bring girlfriends together in this process. It's time for us to grow together. And for more videos on these and many other subjects, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Odalea Freire Consular. Kisses and thanks for watching.